Good morning to one and all. Today, as a part of the software process and project management subject, I would like to discuss about the topic called process modeling. Myself, Karan Singh. I am from 5th semester IT. Basically, before knowing about the process modeling, we would like to know about the what is software process. A software process is a set of related activities that lead to the production of the software. That means different activities are to be performed while when a software is going to be formed, such as we use Windows or some OS software or any other software. These activities may involve the development of the software from the scratch. There will be different steps of making the software. First we have to make it and analyze it, and then the software is going to be in production. On modifying an existing system also we require a software process. Different software process models. What is software process models? A software process model is a simplified representation of a software process. Each model represents a process from specific perspective. We are going to take a quick glance about very general process models. These generic models are abstractions of the process that can be used to explain different approaches to the software development. They can be adapted and extended to create more specific processes. The different types of models that we are going to utilize in making a software. Waterfall model, prototyping, incremental development, spiral model, iterative development, and agile. First, we can know about the waterfall model. Basically, the waterfall model is a sequential approach, step-by-step approach, where every fundamental activity of a process represented as a separate phase, because each and every phase has a different activities to be performed and arranged in a linear order. These phases of the waterfall model are requirements, design, implementation, testing, and maintenance. In the principle, the result of each phase is one or more documents that should be approved, and the next phase should not be started until the previous phase has been completely finished, because it is to be verified that the previous phase is completely finished, then only we can go to the another phase. First we can see requirements. It means definition. What are the requirements we need to form the software? We will make a list of the items that which are required to the making of the software, such as a computer or any other software, inbuilt software for making the other softwares, like that. System and software design. Here we will draw a flow chart and the other external output diagrams through which we follow the method of approaching the software. Implementation and unit testing. We will implement the solution for the model using some coding or any other external sources. And unit testing each and every block of the software, whether it is functionality is perfect or not, by unit. Integration and system testing. Integration and system testing is verifying whether there are any errors in the software and testing in the final test, so that if there are any faults or errors, rectifying that and getting updated. Operation and maintenance. Here it is finally released to the customer or user, and taking the debug report and seeing whether it is functioning good or bad, and maintaining the software without any malware or any other security and threat issues are to be occurred. Next, prototyping. Prototyping is a version of a system or part of the system that's developed quickly to check the consumer's requirements or feasibility of some design decisions. Mainly, prototyping consists of the four phases. Establishing prototype objective. That means we will establish the main objective that which are we are going to be planned. Next, define prototype functionality. What will the prototype doing? and what is the functionality of the prototype and how it should be functioning. These are the main items which will be defined in the prototype functionality. Develop the prototype. Here, according to the functionality, we will develop the prototype that which is executable prototype. Here we are going to execute the prototype so that it should function properly. After the execution is over, then we will go to the last phase, evaluating the prototype. We will evaluate the prototype and get the report of the evaluation. If it is functioning good or bad, or any other faults are there in the prototype, and all this we will going to get in the evaluation report. Based on the evaluation report, we will make corrections and make the evaluation properly. And if any errors are occurring, we will prevent that errors and write a use perfect source code. Next, incremental development. Incremental development is based on the idea of developing an initial implementation and exposing this to the user feedback and evolving it to several versions until an acceptable system has been developed. It is basically directly they are making a software and releasing to the users. Based on this feedback, they will further perform the developments. If there is any error and it is not acceptable, then they are making some other developments and again releasing to the users until some perfect output is not occurring. Perfect output is coming out. Till then, the incremental development is going on in repetitive stages. The activities of a process are not separated but interleaved with feedback involved across those activities. Here we see that first outline description. This is the main part, describing what are the requirements and what should be the output. Then we are developing the idea with specification and validation, such that it is working fine or not. Specification. After the development, it will give the initial version. First basic version is being created. If there are any faults, then they are returning back, again developing and again releasing to the market. Then again, after the process is going on, some other intermediate versions are being formed. Getting the debug reports and all that, they are developing again and sending for validation. After validating the perfect output, then they are releasing the final version, that which is acceptable. Then spiral model. Spiral model is a little bit risk driven, where the process is represented as spiral rather than a sequence of activities. That means the stages are occurring in circular way. It was designed to include the best features from the waterfall and prototyping. It is nothing but a combination of waterfall and prototyping and getting the perfect features from those and introduce into this spiral model. And introduce new component, risk assessment. Each loop in the spiral represents a phase. Thus, the first loop might be concerned with system feasibility. The next loop might be concerned with the requirement definition. The next loop with system design, and so on. See, if we see the diagram, we can see that spiral model is going in the step by step stages. Here, if we observe clearly, there are prototypes and also waterfall model, both combinedly moving in a circular fashion, and risk is been analyzed and risk is been removed, and getting the perfect output is the main outcome. First, we will see the requirements. Then after the second phase comes, then we will get the design. After that, operational prototypes. After that, evaluating and finding any other alternatives and getting developed it further and getting the final output. This spiral model is majorly useful in risk assessment, because if we analyze the risk in further stages, it is better we can resolve that risks. And then comes the iterative model. Iterative development model aims to develop a system through building small portions of all the features across all components. We build a product which meets the initial scope and release it quickly for customer feedback. An early version with limited features important to establish market and get customer feedback. In each increment, a slice of system features is delivered, passing through the requirements till the deployment. First, inception. If you see the phased iteration, see, first inception is going on, then elaboration, then construction, then transition. This is the repetitive phases. These are all the phases are in iterative model, like such as looping model. Small features are added and the iteration goes on further and making the process bigger and getting the final phase. That agile is flexibility. It is a state of dynamic adapted to the specific circumstances. Principle. If you see the principles, different principles are there. Customer involvement. Customers should be closely involved throughout the development process. Their role is to provide and prioritize new system requirements and to evaluate the iterations of the system. Incremental delivery. The software is developed in increments. This means various incremental stages with the customer specifying the requirements that which he requires to be included in each requirement. People, not process. The skills of the development team should be recognized and exploited. Team members should be left to develop their own ways of working without prescriptive processes. Embrace change. Expect the system requirements to change according to the evaluation, and so the design the system according to these changes and accommodate these changes. Maintain simplicity. Focus on simplicity in both the software being developed and in the development process. Wherever possible, actively work to eliminate complexity from the system. If these process principles are being followed, such that customer involvement, incremental delivery, people not process, embrace change, maintain simplicity, then the flexibility of the model is being established. Thank you. This is my topic based on the process model.